All right. Well, hey again. So I think I'm live here. So, today I am continuing on Kippo's budgeting app, and I'm going to pick up from where I left off yesterday. Got through a good part of the recurring items yesterday, setting those up. Unfortunately, the stream went pretty bad on YouTube for a bit of it, but yeah, I'll pick up from where we left off, and let's hop into the code here. Actually, first let's take a look at the app. So we can create recurring items. I need to fix up these form fields. But so we can go, let's just say credit card, bill. I need to add some more icons, but we can choose our frequency, we set our due date, pick our first payment due date. And creates a series of items, schedules them out. We'll see them in here if we load upcoming weeks. Oh, maybe not. Okay, when did the first one create there? Let's go back. Sunday, June 22nd, we should have one for credit card. Okay, so that's not working for some reason. Let's take a look and see what's going on there. Actually, let's do one thing first here. Let's just schedule a one-off item. For June 21st. Okay, so that's not, it's like the paging isn't working properly here. So let's see what's going on there. So we're seeing that we're getting the correct date changing, but we're not seeing the item. Okay, so we do see them here. Let's see. So this one's ending June 28th. If I go 1 week further, what happens here? Still nothing. Okay, so let's do the exact same date. Let's see how many we get here. So we should have 5 items showing. I'm wondering if it's just not refreshing. That was strange too there. If I load another week. Okay, so yeah, it's not showing it properly. Let's go like this. Okay, so it seems to not be loading it at all here. Okay, what is this button doing here? It's items upcoming. Okay. So we probably have, I'm trying to remember now, we have an upcoming controller. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at the difference here. So we've upcoming, items upcoming, items upcoming. Previous end date, so that could be the issue. Let's do this. Let's get rid of the debugger here. Reload that and try this again. So we load another previous end date. So we're getting the previous end date, and then what do we do here? We grab the previous end date and we add a week to it, which creates our upcoming end date, and then we use the previous end date as the start date, which actually is not what we want at all. We want to just grab, unless we're appending it, let's see. Status, upcoming, update, or not status, it's just items, item upcoming, update, turbo stream. Is it the index? Yeah, it is the index. Okay, so we are appending, but we're also replacing upcoming paid, which is sounds right. Upcoming end date, upcoming end date we're updating, and then the load next week button we're replacing. Just checking the YouTube stream, making sure it's good today. Yeah. Okay. So that looks right. Because that way we're not reloading all the upcoming every time. I mean, we could do that, but might as well just append it. It means smaller queries. Okay, so let's walk through this and see what's happening. Is there anything there? So we should have one on the 13th, payment day of the 13th, on this load. Let's see, and we're not getting anything showing. So are we not getting a proper update happening? So we have an upcoming paid. Looks like we don't have anywhere for it's like our turbo frame for our upcoming items probably disappears. So if I reload, does it exist? Okay. I am guessing that it's because we don't have the frame included on the when there's no items. And yeah, that's what's happening here. So we have upcoming here, but we don't have it here. So we need to put this outside of this. Outside of the condition so that it always renders the turbo frame. And then that actually might just do it right there. Let's get rid of our debugger. Try this again. Okay, that's showing it. Doesn't look good and it's not replacing it. So we'll need to replace it. So if we replace it all, then we have to reload all the previous ones that we've already loaded. Which, I mean, at this point in the application, isn't a big deal. But it would be good to properly kind of page this so we're not reloading the same records every time. So what needs to happen to do that? We need to basically clear out the... So if there are any items, so we have to clear out the no unpaid items upcoming. So we could just go ID and go upcoming no items. And then we can say turbo stream remove upcoming no items if upcoming items any. Okay, so that removes it. We need to fix this. So it should be rounded. It should look like that. So we're not placing it inside. Yeah, it's just we're just appending it. So this needs to be like this. Outside of that condition as well. And then we'll likely want to go and get rid of this roundedness. I think that will work. Let's see here. Load another week. Okay, still not getting the rounded. Overflow hidden. Okay, it needs to be outside the turbo frame. There we go. That's what we want. And my stream is buffering again on YouTube. That's brutal. I'm not sure what the reason is for that. Saying it's not receiving enough video. All right, stopped it on YouTube, restarted it, made sure I'm good on Twitch still. Yeah, it looks like I'm okay. When I set up, so I changed over to new computer, and I set up OBS with a different multi-stream plugin, and this one's giving me some issues. So we'll see how this goes now. Where were we? Okay, so we got this working. So that now properly loads next week, upcoming weeks. So that's good. And yeah, let's now move on to the finish up these recurring items. So we need to be able to edit a series, which means when a series is edited, so let's go to recurring series. Paycheck has a series. And you know what? Let's actually add a little like cycle icon here so that we can know when it's a recurring item. So what is our partial? It is just item here. Okay. Probably add it in here. We'll go if item series present. Let's go grab a font awesome icon, go cycle. Plug that in here. See how that looks. Okay. Let's add a gap in. And then we'll go text gray 400. Could probably even be a bit lighter. Okay, that's decent. Okay, so now onto the series. So we know it's part of a series, so we can, maybe we should make that clickable. So if you click on it, it goes to the series. Should I do that? Let's do that. So we'll go link to series path, show item series ID, and then do let's do this. Let's go like that. And add a hover text teal 500. Let's Let's add a transition. There we go. And you know what? While we're here, I've been meaning to do this. Cursor pointer. Okay. That works. That gives us that. Should I do the same scale effect? No, let's just leave it like that. Okay, so then that didn't work. And the reason is we need to add our turbo frame target. So data turbo frame, and we'll go top because we're changing the page. That should now take us to the series, which it does. Okay. I mean, probably should have some paging here, but it's not too bad. The max number of items we would see in a series is 26. Okay, so now what did I want to do? I want to provide a way to edit this. I just want to see how I have that implemented here. Okay, so for an item, we have it laid out like this. So maybe we should use the same approach for a series. Lay out the details and then show the items below it. You know what? Alright, I think we're good again now. Okay. So I'm going to grab this stuff here and just kind of copy this and apply that into our series. So go to item edit. Whoops, series edit. Oh, we don't have a series edit. Okay, so let's go series show, create a series, no, an edit.html.erb, paste that in. We'll also need wait, what am I doing here? No, okay, so I do need to do that, but I need to show these items on the show view. So let's do that. Okay. So let's replace item with series. Confirm that, because there might be some I don't want to. Those. Okay, we don't want to do those ones. This should stay items. Okay, let's see if this loads. Looks like we have an extra ending, closing div here or something. What would that be from? So this one opens and closes. This one opens. Get rid of the view series because we're on the series. Okay, well, the syntax highlighting seems wrong. Let's see what the page renders like. We have a few missing partials. So item, attribute name. Now, what did I do here? So on our show page, we are rendering. So we just have partials for each field. So let's copy that setup. Go like that. Do the same for this. And this is called attribute value. Attribute value.html.erb. I'm going to go to items or edit series path. Pass in the series. Okay. Local missing local series. Yeah. So go series show. We need to update these. So ones you want to keep. You want to keep the amount. Yes. Change that to say series. Payment date will be first. We'll say first occurrence. We'll say first occurrence. And then you know what? I just realized I copied this from the edit form. So I'll make these changes, but this will need to be moved into the series edit form. So we'll go. First occurrence shouldn't be able to be edited. Once that's set, it needs to remain. So we'll just get rid of this on the edit page. Category can be changed. Series. We're not loading any categories in. We don't need to. So we're not editing here. So let's move this to the proper location. And then I'll grab the one for the show view. So we'll grab that, head over to series edit, let's paste that in, get rid of all this. All of that. So we have an extra div right there. That's our issue. So that was category. Okay, so now I will go grab the item show. Grab these. So we don't need a status. We don't need a series. We do need category, payment date, amount, let's just grab all of this here actually. And then we'll properly replace this. Alright. Fix the indenting. Okay, so only thing is I just got rid of the items. So where were those? They're there. So let's go back to the top. Let's do this. Grab this. Head back over here. Now we don't need this or the series, so let's get rid of that. Okay, and then that should be it. And then also let's do a search and replace on series with a colon beside it. No, item with a colon beside it. To go with series with a colon beside it. And we should be able to supply that to most of them. Yes, yes, yes. No for that one. Okay. Now, amount, yes. Payment date, no. We need first occurrence. And then we'll go first occurrence. We'll need to change that to a friendly date. And yeah, okay, let's just do this. Delete to there. Category is fine. Let's see if this works. Series category present. Yeah, it should have a, okay, so let's go to their series model. We should have a category here. Belongs to category. Because I believe a category doesn't have many, okay. Let's see if our last series took the category correctly. I don't think I set one actually, but we should have that. So let's go has many series, and then we also did that already for the series. We said it belongs to category. There we go. So we have the amount, we have the payment date. Let's change that to say first occurrence. call it first payment. Okay, and then categories showing there. We need to change where it's saying due. So the first payment, yeah, and then actually due does work, but we need to, the logic is a bit reversed on this. So let's go to series and go create friendly first occurrence payment date, and then we will grab, actually I'm gonna go over to our item, just copy that method, should always have the year, so let's just do that. So we'll go, so we're going to go first occurrence is the due date. So then we need to go minus pay days before. And I think that'll work. So let's go friendly first occurrence payment date. And then we'll do the same thing. Except for the due date, so we'll change this to say due date friendly. There we go. Let's just get rid of the day of the week. We don't need that. Actually, even for this, let's just get rid of that. Okay, good. Now the vertical alignment looks like it's a little bit off, so let's fix that. So that's better. So that looks good. Now I need to, we'll set up these to actually work to edit these values. Let's check and make sure the turbo frames are set up properly. So for this field we have, actually, no, this one actually we don't want to be able to edit the first occurrence. There's no need to be able to do that. So we have an edit button true that we can change to false for this partial. So we can go edit button false. I should get rid of our edit button. Good. The amount and the category we want to be able to change. So let's head over to our series edit, and So we have amount and category. So what is the issue we're getting here? Pass nil to the model argument. So we probably don't have anything set up in our series controller for edit yet. So let's do that. Categories, yes, we need to grab categories. Just head over to our item controller and copy that. Okay, so that's not what we want it to look like, but that's loading now. If I go like this, it should show up properly, so that's good. It'd be nice if this filled the whole space rather than shrinking here. I want to take a quick look at if there's anything I've done here. No, okay, so this is a pretty basic form there too. So what I was thinking was it'd be nice to show like a dollar sign, but I haven't done that yet. So so let's get the edit page just looking nice as a fallback. In most cases, this won't ever really be loaded, but if there's an issue with JavaScript or JavaScript was disabled, then we have this page as a fallback. So let's head over to we'll grab show series, show, let's grab our heading, we'll just copy all this so it's the same. Go to a series, edit, and close that out. Okay. Remove that, it's redundant, and then close that up. So now that should look better. Good. Let's fix those form sizes. So what is that? The issue is text field is a flex. It should grow, but it's not. The width is full. So what is not? So that this div here is taking up the full space. It's probably our form. What did I do over in our item edit? Item edit. I don't see any differences. Rounded, overflow, flex. It's grow. Text field is set to grow. I'm not seeing any differences for why the behavior is different there. So then if I go back, click on this, it's filling that whole space. But if I go to the series and do the same thing, it's not. Let's try and set width full on that, I guess. So that's under attribute value. So series attribute value. Does that make a difference? No. So if I then go like this, So what's the difference here? Why is this one working? We have a div grow. So it's our items, our flexor that's actually our issue. Which I was using to center that. You know, I'm not sure if there's another way I can center that. Let's see. Because the issue is that the font size is just slightly smaller, so it looks a little bit off vertically. Let's ask AI here. Okay, so we'll say, just go new. So what am I saying? I'm going to say, in the series attribute value partial, inside the div with the class grow, the yield portion can contain one line of text with text of different font sizes, resulting in vertical misalignment. How can I make sure that this text is vertically centered and looks proper? Yeah, so I was saying what I did. Okay, that's what I tried already, but the issue then is that the div where the flex is applied to then does not fill its container, does not grow to fill the parent div. No, that's what I did, but I used Tailwind. So I had min height full. Why would it tell me to do that? So it says thank you for confirming. The grow applies flex grow 1, which should make div expand to fill. Yes, I know that, but it wasn't doing that. but it was. It says the parent container surrounding layout may not be set up to allow the growth. Well, I guess yeah. So I guess the issue is what is the parent container? It's probably because it's a form, right? That's not. No, that doesn't work. It's not a matter of the divs not aligning. I'm just referring to the inner text because the font sizes are different. Go ahead and check out series series edit for where this is implemented and the issue is occurring. While it's doing that, let's go tailend CSS, vertically center text. Let's just try that. What was that? Vertical line, vertical middle, I guess. Vertical middle. Oh, it didn't do it. All right, so it did it check out. So it went and grabbed edit series, good, and also the attribute value. So thank you for providing the context of files. I reviewed the files and now understand the issue. Yeah, clarify that. So the problem says the div grow contains yielded content. Yes, varying font sizes when using flex item centered vertically centered content. It may not align the text baselines properly due to different font sizes. It also seems to interfere with the grow. No, it does work for the aligning. It does not work with the grow. No, okay, to clarify, when I implement the flex items center, the vertical alignment works correctly, but then the div does not grow correctly. That is the primary issue. Is there another way to vertically align the text to middle? I tried align middle, but that doesn't work. Actually, before I do that, let's try it on series show. So I actually don't know how vertical middle works properly. Whoops. Go vertical. No, align middle. Align middle. And let's put that on this one here too and see if that does the trick. No, it does nothing. Oh, crap. I'm not even looking at the right thing here. Let's try that again. Okay, that worked. Almost looked like it made it. It almost makes it look like it makes that row larger. So let's do this. Line middle and see if that works. No, it doesn't work on the parent. So it has to be on. So that's fine. Let's just say what I was going to say here. Just see if there's anything else. If it doesn't have anything else for me, I'm just going to use that. Oh no, forget that. Okay. All right. So now, okay, we're not getting decimal points correctly here. I don't want the, what do you call it? How do I not include the arrow up, down for the number field? Surprised Tailwind doesn't have a way to do that. I don't think there's any fields where I'd want that, so let's just apply this here. Actually, let's just apply this globally, because I don't believe there are any scenarios where I'd want those. we got this weird height now. It did. Go, so series edit. Did it add some padding in there? Yeah, it added some. Changed the padding on me. Just decided to add a whole bunch of styling. All right, there we go. Probably shouldn't include the dollar sign in the placeholder because it almost gives the idea that you can add a dollar sign in here. So I don't like how it's not giving us the two. Oh shoot, I'm back to editing the item here. There we go. So it's like the step doesn't actually restrict decimal points. It just and it's not like modifying it all, so it's literally doing nothing. Okay. Let's get this so we can update it. So head over to series, controller, go. Update. Series. Update. Redirect to series. Okay, so go find. There we go. change our category. Yep, good. Okay, good. Now the other issue is now updating the items when the amount changes. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go, I think I can do this on a form. We go data, turbo, confirm. We'll say update series and items. This will update all unpaid items. So that's on, I did that for the amount. So let's see if that works here. Edit, hit enter, and it goes update series and items. This will update all unpaid items. This will update the series and all unpaid items. Okay, it hit OK and it saves. Okay, so we'll do the same thing for the other one. Whoops. Go back to paycheck. Yeah, good. Okay. And then now we need to go to series controller or series model, and after update, update items. So update items. Let's make it a little more descriptive. Update items after series update. Well, no. We'll just leave it like that. And then we'll go, so we're going items that are unpaid. And then we'll go items to update, update all, and we'll change the amount to amount and the category ID to category ID. Actually, I'll probably want to be able to edit the title as well. I don't think I've set that up for items yet either. No. Okay. Say ability to update item name. Ability to update item series name. Okay, so let's give this a try. I change this to this. Okay. It does, but it doesn't do it until the refresh. So let's now go to series edit and change this to turbo frame top. Do the same down here, turbo frame. So I get a full page refresh. Go 3. There we go. Now let's make sure that's not doing it for previously paid items. And I don't have a way yet to view those, so let's add a to do here. View for unpaid or paid items. So it looks like that's all working. Was there any other scenarios there where we need to be able to update things? Should update a series? I think that's all we need to do. It's just the unpaid ones, because you don't want to go and change ones that are already marked as paid. Okay, good. So I want to start this today. I think I'm gonna hop on a stream either a little bit later this afternoon. What time is it? It's 3:50 already. Or maybe this evening. But I'm gonna pause for now, and yeah, I might be back on a bit later tonight.